Hello and welcome to Smiling Souls. This is Stephanie Keaton Ray and Wendy Tadiucci. How are you doing today?
Hey, other than a lack of sleep because I ate way too many carbs last night, kind of worth it. Speaking of sleep, I had a really weird dream a couple of nights ago, and no, seriously, it's still with me.
Okay, tell me about it.
Okay, so I was in a big office, like high-rise office, executive office, right? Everybody's dressed up in suits and everything, and it was chaos.
Okay.
Like people running around, papers everywhere, people shouting, people yelling, and I'm like, ugh. And so I walked into a meeting room, private space, shut the door, quiet. And I looked out, and there was a window to my right, and bright sunshine. I was like, okay. And I looked over there, and still chaos. And so I went and I sat down. You know those big executive chairs, big overstuffed, big, long, like conference room, fancy schmancy table. So I'm sitting there and I'm just chill. I'm like, God, that feels so much better. A woman walks in. Don't know who this is, right? But she's got her arms full of stuff, papers and this, and I can barely like see her face. And I said to her, you can set that down, right? And she kind of looks at me. I saw her kind of head tilt. And she walks toward the table and she sets everything down. And she lets out a big exhale. And then I said to her, you can sit down, right? And rest. And again, she goes, but she does it. She sits down next to me. Even bigger exhale. That was literally the dream. And I'm like, that's weird. What is going on? And then I got it. I'm like, oh, I am sharing and telling women, you can sit this down. You can rest. Like it. I do not believe there are coincidences. I believe that was a message. And so I'm gonna make a reel out of it. I'm gonna do stuff with it because it's juicy and it's.
I think it's a combination of that and former Wendy meeting present Wendy.
That's deep, yes. Because I was that woman.
Yeah, you were.
Was that woman, and I'm no longer. Anyway.
Groovy.
So yeah, that's me. What about you, Steph?
Well, speaking of dreams, I've been having wonkadoo dreams all week. Like
really
crazy dreams.
Interesting.
I can't even really go into any of them. But there was one dream where it was the night after going out with Angie and Russ, where because it's been so long since I went to a bar, and I didn't even drink, but just being in that space, I guess. That night I had a dream that I was out and just utter mayhem. Mayhem, just shenanigans,
tomfoolery.
Yes. And I believe Youngblood and a few other random characters that I enjoy listening to their music showed up in my dream, and we partied. And I was like, which is hilarious because my son's always like, would you party with Youngblood? And I'm like, I don't think I can handle that. I was like, in my dream I did. It was a very funny dream. And then this morning I had some very vivid dreams, but I do not remember those at all, so I cannot. But I was like,
right,
it's been an interesting week of dreams. Yes, lots of dreams.
Okay, who else was there besides Youngblood?
I can't remember who else, but there were others. It wasn't just all famous people, but it was like it was an interesting vibe. It was very interesting people.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was fun. And it wasn't just like mayhem drinking or something. It was just conversations, fun.
Oh my gosh. If you could retrieve those conversations, what could have gone on in that room?
Right?
That's why, right? It's so weird. This dream I had, it's so, like, I remember it. Because usually that does not happen. But I'm like, oh, damn, that's stuck. Anyway.
I have a few of those that do that, but not many.
Right.
Yeah. So how has the rest of your week been? Good?
Good. Good
Yeah.
week. Yeah. Oh, and the weather is starting to turn just in time for Mother's Day, turning in a good way. It's getting
Yes.
warmer. The sun is out.
We are in the good part of the
Beautiful.
world.
Right? Beautiful day today. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yes, same here. I've been working in my gardens a lot lately in between moments, like, oh, do I have 5 minutes? Let's go put my hands in some dirt. Like every
That's
single day
right.
this week, I've found a few minutes to put
Yeah.
something somewhere in some dirt.
I remember that because I
Yeah.
called you a dirty girl this
Yes.
week.
The other day, yes, you texted me and asked what I was up to, and I said, I am gardening. And that day, I spent the whole day gardening.
I
It was
love that for
great.
you.
Yes.
Hands in the dirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm feeling like my yard's starting to look nice, and that makes me happy. And the things are coming up and doing pretty things. So
Oh,
yeah.
new beginnings.
All right. Should we do oracle cards?
We shall.
Okay. So do you want to do yours first, since you're?
Sure. Sure. I pulled from the archangels because I felt like I needed to hear from an angel, and I did. Haniel, I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah.
Embraced by love. Let love reach where it has never reached before. Haniel, grace of God, is a divine feminine angel associated with the moon and lunar cycles. Moon, sorry. Often seen as part goddess, part angel, she brings a soft, cooling energy to anything that feels fiery and harsh. Hello, Aries. Because of her connection to the moon, she helps us tap into our emotions and can even support us in developing our intuition and psychic abilities. She helps us hold space for self respect and self care and therefore generate self love. Mic drop.
Very nice.
Dang, all the things. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. More of this, please.
What?
Her little headband is a half moon.
Oh, I love it. It's a crescent moon.
Half or crescent.
Oh yeah, like you just bought.
There are no
Coincidences.
coinkydinks.
Coinkydinks.
That's me. How about you?
So I used my Rooted Woman deck, and I got the Bog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stagnation?
Right?
What?
I'm curious because I am far from stagnant lately, so I don't know what this means.
You are not stagnant.
Boglands are profoundly still and silent places. In them, time hardly seems to pass at all. Decay and decomposition are also suspended there, so our ancestors' buried bodies deep in the moist peat buried the bodies in the moist peat to preserve them. If you reach your hands down into the rich black butter, you'll who knows what buried mysteries you might find. To love a bog, then, is to love secrecy and subtlety. Yeah. To forage for what lies hidden beneath the surface. Superficially, the bog might seem like a dark and bleak place, and yet, if you choose to look closely, it will reveal an abundance of subtle color, of texture, of life. It won't shout out at you like a flower garden or a rainforest. A bog will creep up on you and offer its gifts one or two at a time. In this way, you come to see them more clearly and know them more deeply. Because there's little else to crowd them out. The bog then teaches us to look for treasures in the most unlikely places, to focus on the close-up, the quiet, and the seemingly obscure. But above all, this card asks us to understand that sometimes what appears to be stagnation is actually preservation. There are times when we need to hold still to preserve our energy and life force. There are times when we need to rest our We need to rest our assaulted senses and to cut back and pare down, to reduce our tendency of overwhelm and to drink in the beauty of every day. That was a beautiful card.
It was okay. When you first started talking about the bodies buried, I went, oh my God. There's a bog I want to go birding at.
Yeah.
And now I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
they didn't do that there.
and you read a particular line and you smiled. What was that? What was that?
The bog then teaches us to look for treasures in the most unlikely places, to focus
Right.
on the close-up, the quiet, and the seemingly obscure.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's all I ever do.
Really?
Yes. So, yes, it resonated in multiple ways, and I will say when I went to Ireland, the bogs are an interesting and beautiful place. So, yeah, very cool.
That is very cool. And now I get to help our guest today choose her card. She's chosen Amy Marazas from the Whispers of Aloha deck, because that resonated with her. So, Amy, I'm just going to shuffle and you tell me when to stop when your card is there, right? Okay. Here we go. Stop. Bottom, top.
Oh.
I know. Top. This is your card. Oh, plumeria. I love plumeria. So I can't read backwards. A chance to share. Authentic connection deepens love, healing, and understanding. Oh, I love this card. Okay, so number 2. Beautiful. Here it is. Okay, Miss Amy. You have so much love, friendship, and kindness to share. Pay attention to those around you and look for occasions to share your love. Oh, kitty cat. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Okay. A lei, that's the plumeria. That's a plumeria lei, may be given at any time and make the receiver feel special. Are you letting those in your life know you care? There is an old proverb that says when you share with someone, you double the joy and halve the burden. Expressing your feelings and your heart's intentions can be challenging. You may struggle to show how deeply you feel for others. Letting your loved ones know they are special will foster a healthy and respectful connection. Use verbal and nonverbal acts of warmth to let others know you are thinking about them. Find small, significant ways to express your appreciation. Commit to weekly or monthly gatherings to build stronger connections. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Being in the company of people who love you is restorative. Sharing views and thoughts deepens respect, empathy, and understanding. When you give your love, friendship, time, or opinion, you express who you are. You grow who you are by authentically sharing yourself with another. Sharing can expand your spirituality and connection to love that exists beyond the self. Okay, about this card. A Hawaiian woman reaches toward the heavens while wearing a beautiful floral lei. This seems to show a longing for something that may be arriving soon. It may be that she is expressing her feelings to the universe. In sharing her love, it is released so that it may return to her tenfold. Her arms are outstretched to the atmosphere as if she is joyfully receiving her blessings.
That is so interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, that really spoke to me, and I felt it as you were speaking it. So the authenticity was like right there.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad.
The way I want to connect with people right there. 100%. 100%. All like everything was like spot on.
Dang. Isn't it amazing how spirit chooses the cards?
Yeah.
Like it's never wrong. All of our cards. Bullseye. All right. And so now I get the pleasure and honor of introducing the next guest, today's guest to the Smiling Souls podcast. So Stephanie and I are so excited to welcome Amy Marazas. Amy is a messaging and video confidence coach who supports women business owners in getting clear on what they want to say so they can show up with more confidence on video, on stage, and in person. With 20 years of experience in broadcast media, we're going to talk about that today, including work with PBS, ESPN, and Comcast, she brings both industry knowledge and a calm, practical approach to her visibility. Her work focuses on making messaging feel more natural, more grounded, and easier to say out loud. When the message is clear, confidence grows and connection comes easier. Welcome to Smiling Souls, Amy.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Gosh, you are so welcome. And I have to say, I got to go to your event, your workshop on Monday, and I learned so much. Like, you had a formula for like the elevator speech, the elevator pitch that I hadn't heard before, but it resonated with me. I'm not going to spill the beans here. If you want to know Amy's secret formula, reach out to her and work with her on that. Okay. 20 years of experience. I did not know this until very recently. So, like, tell us about your past and your experience.
Oh my goodness, my experience. It goes back to high school, honestly.
Really?
Which was just a couple years ago. You know that, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So I started in high school. It actually was someone who just like tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, you're sitting by yourself. We're going to go down to the TV crew room. That's where we eat lunch. So you want to come with?" And I was like, "Sure. Okay, sounds good." I was new. It was a crazy thing. It was my 5th school that year. So I was just tired of making friends, tired of moving, didn't know where we were going to be. So I was just like, "Okay, I'm here. Anybody wants to be my friend? I'll do it." Yeah, this is like 10th grade, so I'm just like, whatever. Like, I think I was over everything at that point. So I went down there. The only reason I went down there was to eat lunch and get to know people. And then it turned into a love. So I really enjoyed working with the video. I enjoyed being on the field, working with being that person that's handheld camera down on the field, getting the football. Yeah. Having football players like take me out. Oh, so fun. So fun.
Oh, good grief. Okay.
One of the reasons why I have all these other problems going on.
Well, yeah, that would do it. Yikes.
So when I went to school, I went to Penn State, and on the campus there's a PBS station there. So I started working with them, and which was really cool because it was on campus. It was also the place where they did all the productions for ESPN, all the productions for all the school. So they were the ones that did the productions at that time. It's different now. But at that time, it was the schools that did it themselves. And so that was really fun. I got to work on a Lighthouse series. I know it's, from a while ago, but it was awesome to work on that. I don't know, Steph, does that like... Lots of lighthouses over there. So
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so
So
cool.
it was really, really fun and an exciting time for me to like see the process. I was coming in towards the end of it as an intern, but still to see the process and see what that does and all the things that go into it. So that was really cool that I worked there. And worked with it was called, I think they're still going on, Weather World by AccuWeather. And it would just be it was just like the Weather Channel, pre-Weather Channel, but it's all AccuWeather broadcasting. Meteorologist. So that was fun. Got to learn like a lot of things there, which then helped me move on. And that's when I did some work with Comcast. A lot of the little broadcast, a lot of the little like stations, the cable stations were kind of starting to get eaten up by Comcast. So that's when things started happening. We were getting taken over by Comcast, but at the same time, then it gave us some bigger opportunities to go work and create some more bigger commercials and do some fun things that way.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, I worked with not Comcast. I worked with ESPN doing remote, some of the remote things. It was so cool. I was down at Coastal Carolina, and during game day, I don't know if you guys are college football. No, okay. So during college football mornings, ESPN usually has a place where they go for game day. And then what happens there, everybody comes in. Well, during the pandemic, we couldn't do that because there'd be like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So what they did was that they were going to different schools, and it would be like the cheerleaders and the mascot and everybody coming up and not saying anything, but like cheering on, and like they would have like some interactions with the cheerleaders. And it was just so cool to see how something I was producing was being sent over the airwaves and was on ESPN for everybody to see, which was so cool to work with the producers with that. So that was fun. So I had a couple different interactions with ESPN and how that works out. And then even more recently, my last broadcast television that I worked with is a local station.
Okay.
Now, even though it's a local station, they go and do some of these wrestling tournaments around here that are from colleges. So there's called ESPN Plus, and then there's all these different little things. So a lot of the smaller sports that people are watching online, that's done by smaller places, and so ESPN like pays for these people to come in, like to do it, and then they're like, okay, so we have their graphics, we're working with their graphics, we're working with everything that says ESPN, and it was so cool to see how that all works and be able to just work with the producers that way was just an amazing experience for me.
Wow.
Yeah. And what got you shifting into the work that you're doing now of like helping women step into their confidence and their on camera and whatnot?
Yeah, so when I was working at the local station, we were starting to try to figure out how to bring the local businesses in to start doing the advertising because we weren't reaching that. This was like around like 2017, 2018. Just looking to try to see, okay, we had like the internet that was coming up that people were doing there. They weren't really going on watching stuff on TV. People weren't watching the local stations, meaning like really, really local, like almost like the public stations,
Yeah.
So we started like reaching out to small business owners to come in and do like their little advertisement, their commercial, their whatever they have in the studio. It didn't go as well as they liked, and I'm going to say it's I was working with men at the time and they wouldn't listen to me.
What a shock, men not listening.
So some things started happening with that company, and things weren't going well at all, and I could see it slowing down. So I was like, okay. And at that time I was like, I am so done with working with people because I kept running into like little things, and I'm like, how can I do this myself? So then that's when I decided to see if I could do it myself and go from there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is way cool. And during the process, just looking at the form that you filled out. So before I say this, Steph and I, how many years ago now did we have our call and we were both like willing to burn down our businesses?
Edging on 3? 2?
Yeah, 3 years this year.
Years. Yeah.
Okay. So Steph and I have been there, and Amy, you have been to this place. You actually shut down your business.
Yeah.
Can you share us? Can you share that experience and how it turned you around? Not turned you around. Boy, words today, Steph.
Do you need some help?
What am I trying to say?
Can you share that experience and tell us what helped turn you around?
That's brilliant. Yes.
Yeah. So it kind of started in the summer of 25 because I was noticing I really wasn't bringing in an income, whether to pay the bills or to pay me. Like it didn't happen. So I went to my business coaches. We were in person, and I said to them, something needs to change by September or you're not going to have a client. At that time, I wasn't even thinking I'm going to shut down my business. But I was thinking, I can't pay you. That's what I was thinking. And they kind of said to me, they were like, I didn't realize it was this bad. That should have been a red flag for me. Like, oh, okay. So then there were other little things that happened that should have been like red flags, like, Amy, run, like, get away. I was paying them way too much at the time. Anywho's, September came around, and guess what? Like, nothing really changed. I had a couple clients, but they didn't go any further. Like, it was just like, I'd get 3 clients. 3 clients isn't going to pay anything. You know, like, it's just not going to fill my cup. And I knew I had to go for back surgery in October. I knew that my knee wasn't doing well. I knew that things were starting to shut down around me, meaning like what I could do, how I could do it. I wasn't going to be able to go out and do anything. And it looked like it was going to be like six months to a year, that who knows what was going to happen with me. So I was just like, I'm done. I'm not putting any more effort into this. And kind of like started shutting everything down, meaning like I was taking like websites down. I was shutting down Facebook pages. Because I was just like, no, I'm done. So about 2 to 3 weeks later was Celebration with polka dots. And being there, you know, I know a lot of people and a lot of people know me and they know what I do. And I started hearing a very similar thing, and people were like, Amy, what's going on? You haven't said a word about your business. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I kind of was just like shoving it off and like, okay, we're not going to talk about it. We're not. So finally, like, there was a couple people who got in my face and were like, what is going on? And I said, I shut it down. I said, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And they were like, but Amy, like, you're so good at it. And I was like, well, if I'm so good at it, where is everybody? Nobody's showing up. Nobody. And I said, I guess I'm just not reaching the people I need to be reaching. And it was almost like an eye-opening thing. Okay, people were like saying, where are you? Like, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing this? And then they were also saying, I don't understand how you don't get clients. And I'm like, well, I don't understand it either.
Right.
That's why I was like, I'm done. So I started working with a new coach, and she really, really helped me figure out, okay. So basically what I told her was, I was like, look, I'm going for surgery in the end of October. You have 3 months. 3 months to prove me wrong, that I shouldn't shut this down.
Oh, wow.
3 months to work with me. And that's what I said. I was like, after 3 months, we'll see what happens. And that's what I said to start with.
I love that. Like, show me.
Yep,
Show me.
Show me. Yep. I'm like,
And she showed.
Yeah, she did.
I will follow what you do to a point. And I was like, but it was so weird because I was also going, okay, you know that I'm going for surgery October 30th. The course that I was in, the cohort I was in, started November 1. Yeah. And I'm going,
She was on some strong drugs for a while.
yeah. So that was so interesting. And what ended up happening is that I was hearing, yeah, you're showing up. You're fine. I'm like, what was I saying? Because honestly, I mean, I was on some of Steph's calls and I was just like, what was I doing? And she's like, oh, you're fine. I'm like, am I really fine? Like, really? Like,
there were multiple calls with her, and this is the funniest part, is there were multiple calls I mean, she came to one of my creative calls like the week after surgery, and she seemed visibly normal. But she was on a lot of medication. And so November to December, like a couple months later, she was like, yeah, I don't remember those conversations we had.
Well, go you, though, because it sounds like no one noticed.
Yeah, everybody was like, wow, you're doing so good. Like, I know multiple people who would not be showing up the way you are showing up, you know? And it was really, but, you know, it's interesting that you still took action in a time when there was all of that happening, because
say.
so many people would just be like, well, this is my excuse to sit on my duff and woe is me and whatnot.
Right, right. And I think one thing was that during that time is I also didn't want to disappoint people. So I was like, okay, I have to show up. Because if I don't show up, then I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, because then we're gonna go through it and it's just gonna be slow. Like I didn't know, and I knew that to take action I needed time to build whatever I was building.
Right.
So there will be times or there have been times that people are like, how did you do it? And I so want to say sometimes, I don't know, because I was, but like, and then I think what it did, so, going back, I went back and I was looking at some things that I posted, and boy, I posted some really good posts. There were some good posts.
I think it took your inhibitions away.
And that's what I think. I think it was just like, I was just like able to like let it loose, let it go, and just be like, okay, here it is. This is raw Amy, like just letting it all out. And I think that just helped some for me to like calm down and see what's going on. Now, I'm not telling anybody to go do this. Like, don't
do drugs and then
don't do
that. No, like, don't do this. But I think it just made me like so available.
Sorry, I didn't mean to snort.
Oh my goodness.
Continue.
All right. So it did. It let down your inhibitions, and then you were able to kind of take some action in how you posted, and then people responded to it.
Yep.
And then you did your the bingo in December. That was amazing.
Yeah.
What was the bingo? I missed that.
Oh, I've had a couple rounds of bingo.
You have to do the next round.
Dang. Well, tell us about.
I'm gonna make sure Amy puts you on the list.
Especially if you're having another round. Tell us about the bingo.
Yeah. So bingo is so much fun. I really enjoy doing it. And what it is, we play bingo, meaning each day there is some activity that's going on. Now you have 21 days to complete it, but there's 14 days. And it's one thing that each day I'll give you the prompt and you can go and do that. And then you mark it off on your little board. And then when you get bingo, you get a little prize at the end. Like, there's like, so there's some prizes, but I have to say it takes you like 5 to 10 minutes to do the little thing, maybe 15 if you're trying to like really think about what you want to do, but that's it. Like, and what it is to get you more confident to looking at that camera. It's building confidence in yourself. So yes, confidence is a feeling, but what it also is, it's also after repetition. You start getting used to doing it. So then that makes you feel you're feeling better, which then makes you appear more confident.
Wow.
Yeah. And so she did it in a little Facebook group. So you're just with whoever's doing bingo with you, right? So at the beginning, I think there were a couple of us that were showing up just like, whatever, this is just for the group, right? But Amy's true intention was that like you make these videos, but then maybe repurpose them and use them elsewhere, like do your introduction or whatever it is. And I will say my introduction sucked on that because I was like, this is just for the group. I don't give a shit. And, but then later in it, like she, you can see how all of us showed up differently by the end of it. It's very cool. Yeah.
That's amazing. That is amazing. We'll have to put that in the show notes, right? Yeah. Oh, wow. So I love that you did a big scary thing after you had your surgery. You signed up for this coaching, or maybe before the surgery.
I did it before the surgery. Yeah. Signed up before, but I knew what I was getting into. Two big scary things at the same time, because honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen with my back and going in for surgery. It was a big surgery. I had not 4 operations, but 4 different things that they were fixing in my back.
Ooh.
4 different
Yeah.
procedures.
Oh my goodness.
So, but what was so amazing to me, now I had surgery later in the day, so they didn't get me up because I didn't get into my room until like 9:30 at night. So
Oh wow.
first thing in the morning, they got me up and I was walking with a walker, but I was
Right,
just
right.
like, how? I don't understand.
That's
So I
amazing.
walked down like half. They wanted me to go to like halfway down the hall, then turn around and come back.
Hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was easy, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, it was. I
Did
was
it?
doing it. And to get into my house, I have a split level, so you have to go upstairs to
Oh, okay.
get upstairs. You have to go,
Right.
and that was my biggest concern because when I've had other surgeries, okay, you could pull me up, if I couldn't get up. But how are you going to pull on my back? Like you couldn't pull me up. There was no because it was my back. Like
Right.
if I can't take those steps, how am I going to do it? So he put me in a wheelchair. We went down to the PT room and he goes, "Okay, here's their stairs. Let's see how you do." And I'm like, "What? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I just had like major surgery, and yeah, I was able to go up those steps. It wasn't like, oh, I'm running up and going down is a whole other story. That was a whole
Mm-hmm.
other story.
Okay.
But I only needed to go up, so up was fine. So then I was like, okay, I can go home now. Because if I couldn't go up those steps, I probably would have been like, we got to wait until
Yeah.
I can go up those steps.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's amazing. Go you.
Yeah,
Go you.
it is.
I kind of feel like, what if we talked about how you work with women? Like, let's say someone comes to you and they're like, I don't like being on camera, and yet I have to be on like, lay it all out. How does that work, Amy?
how does that work?
Yeah.
So I work with women a couple different ways. It's either in group projects, one-to-one, one-to-many. Like and then I have little one-offs too. Like I'll have like a training here and there.
Yeah.
But for someone who really is working on their confidence, it really is showing up, doing the camera work. Like you have to put some camera work into it. And what's really cool about working with someone on Zoom is, guess what? You're looking at a camera. So
That's
we're all
true.
looking at a camera all the time, or you should be looking at your camera when you're talking. But working with them, going step by step through what they need, is kind of like based on what you need. What is the point of what you're doing?
Right.
Like, are you planning on going live? Are you planning on making reels? Are you planning on, like, where is that?
Mm-hmm.
Then how are we going to take you from where you are now to where you could be?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just working on things. And like I said earlier, it's a repetition to build your confidence. Because a lot of people feel that it's confidence. Like it's, oh, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. I don't like this. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that, especially with women. They just, they don't think that that's what they look like to other people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think that that's what they sound like to other people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give you a little hint. This is what you look like to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that you hear yourself is different than how everyone else is hearing you.
Mm-hmm.
So
I use that all the time, like, because Amy talks about that, that this is how you sound.
Mm-hmm.
How you sound in your head is not how you sound, and because everybody thinks when you listen to yourself recorded, like, oh God, ugh. Like, especially the audio recordings, like if you just take an audio, I feel like everybody, when you play it back, like back in the day when we had the tape players, as you can see, my thumb is doing the tape player thing.
Tape player.
You'd be like, oh, that's what I sound like? My son does that all the time. He's like, I hate my voice. I hate how I sound. And so I explained to him, I use Amy's definitions all the time. I'm like, that's just how you sound in your head, but how the rest of us hear you is how we hear you. And that's what you sound like when you're having a conversation. You're not going to stop having conversations, so just do the thing. I will say, I think as an esthetician, and just knowing many women make up stories in their head about what they look like, right?
100%.
So you could be a freaking supermodel, gorgeous, and you'll still be like, I'm too this, I'm too that, and you know. So, but yeah, like just kind of coming to terms and be like, but this is you, this is who you are. Show up, do the damn thing. I love it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, and not only are you a video, I want to say you're a video coach, you're a confidence coach. Really, when you really drill down into it. And I love hearing about your surgery and how you walked the next day, and then you did steps, and you gained that confidence, and now you're working with women to help them do the hard thing, right? So they gain confidence. I love that.
Yeah. Damn it, my brain just stopped working.
You too?
Yeah.
Amy, take it away.
No, shoot, it really did stop. I hate this. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit this section out. That's the cool that's the cool thing is, yes, she teaches us confidence, but she also does help with a lot of, like, I signed up for her things because I'm a dork, and I'm like, help me with the editing things. Like, I want to know the knowledge, you know. But it also helps with my confidence of showing up, because I hate hitting the record button on a reel. I don't particularly like going live on social media. But yeah, she definitely has helped me with that aspect of just, well, I've got a thing, let's just do it.
Yeah. And you definitely have, yes, you have definitely improved from that very first time to now. Like, we should put those two together, and wow. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, Amy, it's repetition. It's doing it.
Yes.
The more you do it, the more, you're going to be uncomfortable, but you'll get comfortable the more you do it.
Should we share my biggest impactful moment of learning from you?
I want to know.
Yeah.
Amy, you share it.
I share it. Okay, so it's the number one tip that nobody ever thinks about, and that's actually cleaning your lens on your computer, especially on your computer, because we're always cleaning our lens on our phones. They're always dirty. I always have a fingerprint over the camera, because I'm always swiping up and goes right into the camera, and I'm really trying to teach myself not to do that.
I try to swipe as far to the right as I possibly can.
Yep. That's what I've been trying to do, because I'm like, I need to get this thumbprint off of here, or fingerprint. But to clean the lens on your
there's a front camera.
There is a front camera.
I was 52 years old when I learned that. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, there's stuff in the back.
There is. And that is the better camera. That is the better lens to do
there's
it.
These things.
That is the better camera.
I realized there was... You see what poor Steph's got to deal with? Anyway, thank you.
Yeah. Continue. So that was Steph's biggest takeaway, and it's a post out there. I have the difference.
Yes.
She took a picture beforehand and after.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, big difference. Big.
I used to have a nice haze over myself, like I was like a hazy goddess, and now I'm a clear goddess.
So you learned. So Steph, you called me out a couple weeks ago. You're like, have you cleaned your computer camera thing? And I'm like, no, it's fine. And then I went like this, and I'm like, oh. And then you're like, yeah, I can see you better. So you got that from Amy.
It was Amy, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. That's a beautiful tip, because no one ever thinks about it. Obviously.
No.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites. And then, so what? We have to ask about Smiley. Why is Smiley your thing? Why? Tell us about Smiley.
Yeah. Okay, so Smiley. So here's my Smiley mug. I have Smile all over the place. Like there's there's things all over my office that have smile all over.
Someday she will come to Worcester and meet
Yes.
the Smiley at the baseball game.
I can't wait. I am so excited.
Yes.
So it's not planned yet, but we're getting
We'll make
there.
it happen.
Yes, yes. So when I was growing up, a lot of people would tell me, "You smile all the time. Why are you so smiley?" Now, at that time, that was a mask. It was a mask because what was going on at home, what was happening in my life. It was easier for me to show up happy than to be, miserable. Because who wants to be miserable? And, I still want to show up that everything was fine, kind of thing. So as I got older, and I still was hearing, "Amy, you have a beautiful smile." Like literally people that are walking down the street, crossing the street. I'm getting out of my car and this gentleman says, "You have a beautiful smile." Now, I was getting out of my car. Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, "Okay, thank you." What do you say back to that? You have a beautiful smile too? Like,
Yep.
I was just like, "Okay, well, have a good day," So I embraced the smile. And when I was starting 9 years ago, when I started the business, I was looking for something that I could use as I was told I had to get like a tagline. And I was just like, a tagline? I didn't know because I wasn't an entrepreneur at the time. I had no idea. I didn't know business stuff. I didn't know. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I was like, okay, well, what about an acronym? Let's go with SMILE. And I'm like, that's something that's important to me, is smiling. And it's something that I always do, and people know me for it. I get told all the time I have a beautiful smile. I'm like, thank you. Like, I don't know. But I also smile all the time. When I'm teaching my my clients, like to show them don't smile, it's so hard for me to keep a straight face, because I usually start smiling in the middle of it. I'm like, no, you have to see how it's like not good. So like I'll hold my face up.
Oh no, I can see that. Yeah.
So it's an acronym that I use in my business to help people figure out how to. I say how to go live, but when I say go live, I just mean press that record button, because whenever you press that record button, you really should be just assuming that you're live. Don't have to go back and change anything.
Yeah.
That's a good tip too. Yes. Because how many people do you see going live going, oh!
That's how you know they're doing it from a desktop, because for some reason Facebook makes it suck on a desktop.
Man, yeah, they do.
You're like, am I live? I'm not sure.
Right, yeah. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, there we go.
God.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. So I love it.
What
I
is
love
the millionaire thing? Is that like a resource? Oh my gosh, Wendy, with the words, we should all be millionaires. What is that?
Oh, that was a book that I read.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in a book club, and it was so interesting to read that book, because first of all, I'm not a reader. I hardly finish books, and I listen to books, so that's fine,
Right. Same.
I finished one book before this, and this second book, I'm like, okay, it's a business book. I will go with it. It was so interesting. Like I can't remember who wrote it, but the writer was so like relatable, like to what's going on. And then she went into, okay, like this is how I did it, and this is what I do my clients, how my clients do it. Well, maybe you should do it this way too, kind of thing. And just having that mindset. So yeah.
Okay, that just stood out to me with resources. I'm like, okay, let's bring this up and see where that goes. So that's beautiful.
What would you say is one of the like takeaways from that book that really stood out for you, of like something that you should do, like an action to take to help you embody?
Yeah, so this was an action that I did take. So it was towards the end of the book, and she's going through what kind of people she has working for you, because she says to be a millionaire, you need to have a team. Like, you're not going to get there without having a team. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to, like, they're all working for you. That just means that you need to have certain people that you pay to do certain things. And she talked about how for her clients, before she even starts working with them, they have to do one thing, and that's to go hire a VA. And she's like, and she said, so she at the time, I think this was like late, like maybe it was like in like 2019. We were looking at the time frame just to look at the different costs, you know, that she was giving and stuff. But she was like breaking it down. She's like, okay, you have a VA that works for you for 5 hours. You pay her $20 an hour. That's $100 a week, $400 a month. And I was like, oh. And I really thought about that. And she was like, take those things that you don't like and give it to the VA.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so all I have to do is make an extra $100 a week so I can afford a VA, which in turn will give me more time to work on my business.
Right.
Which then should allow me to make more money. Right? So I reached out to a friend that I know through Polka Dots, and I said, okay, I know this is what you do. Tell me more. Let's see if we can work. And I said, look, I have a budget of $400. I didn't know what that turned into for her, but I was like, what can you do for me with that $400?
Right.
So we got it. It was it's like $417 a month that I pay her, and she takes care of my emails and does some other little things for me. And it's great. It's something I don't have to deal with. And I think that was like the biggest tip that I've gotten, because I would not have hired a VA right now, because, you know, it's one thing that I feel like you do that later. You do that later. But the reason why she says to hire a VA, and I guess this is another nugget, is start acting as if you are that millionaire now.
Yep. Oh yeah. That shifts.
Don't wait until because you're not going to have that, you know?
Yeah. During that book club, one of the women that was in it was in my creative course. And I remember her showing up on one day where it was in the part where they were talking about dressing the part of the job you want to be in.
Okay.
And so she had mentioned that she had something going on that she just decided, I'm going to dress the way I'm going to dress the way I want to be seen, you know?
Yeah.
And so like that week she just started wearing certain dresses and certain things that made her feel good and were like a step up. And it was really cool to see that shift in her. I was like, oh, cool.
It's like that cartoon, something about dress for the job you want. And so I showed up to work as Wonder Woman. And I got written up. Which cracks me up.
Not in our world, man. Just to show up as Wonder Woman all you want.
Exactly.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, this was fun. Is there anything else you'd love to share with our listeners?
Yeah. Where can they find you? All the things.
All the things. So you can find me on Facebook and LinkedIn, and looking up my name. One thing I'm leaning into is TikTok. TikTok is hard for me. I don't like short form video, which is really interesting. But it's because I'm coming from someone who made commercials.
Right.
And every 3 seconds, a commercial needs a new thing, a new view, a new something. If you watch TV, count every 3 seconds, something will change on that screen. So I felt like those small form videos, I had to change something. Like in the beginning, I was finally I got the nudge, and I'm like, okay, let's try this out. So, anyways, on TikTok, it's like Amy Marazas 8. I guess there's other Amy Marazases out there. So, so you can find me on there. And, if you also need help with your messaging, and like you were saying, Wendy, definitely. And that's something that is what really changed my business was the messaging.
Okay.
Because I had to lean into what my clients wanted to hear, not what I wanted to say.
Right.
So I'm taking the knowledge from what I learned to restart my business and helping everyone else.
I love that.
Well, I am thankful for those polka dot sisters that got in your face at conference and said, "What's really going on?"
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but I feel like that pushed you to, sign up with the coach and do the thing, even though you had surgery. Like two big things at once, you did them. You could do hard things. And you're such an example for the rest of us. We could do hard things.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Oh, be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell and do all the things. Thank you.
Thank you.